Once again, I have a My Team gameplay for you against a stacked opponent. This guy has Sapphire Durant, Sapphire Iverson, Jordan. He has Diamond LeBron James, Diamond Tim Duncan, and Collection Rewards Shaq. Also, he has gold signature skills on everybody other than Shaq, because why do you need gold on the big man? And he only has 3 players who are not a 90 or above. And those players, they are on the cusp of being a 90. So this should be a good match. Another stacked opponent. Basically, everything's in his favor at the moment. So let's see how this one goes. I like the challenge, but honestly, that was bad defense by me. Honestly, I don't like being one of those guys who are rushing for the next game to come out so fast, although we only have 2 months to go. But even without seeing the 2K15 footage or anything like that, I am just ready for it to come out because I'm lacking in entertainment in this game at this point. It's not fun really, and in terms of like, maybe because I've been playing it for so long, it's the only game I've been uploading, this year. Well, I actually did upload Titanfall, but that was only for a little while. But that's besides the point anyway. The reason why for this is because it gets so repetitive. Like, how many alley-oops can a guy throw before, you start to get, bored of it? Maybe you could say the challenges might make it more interesting, but really that would just make it more frustrating because everybody plays the same way at the seed. And throwing predictable passes to Michael Jordan is one of the ways they do it. But like I was saying, the people make the game so predictable because they run the same defenses, whether it be 1-3-1 or off-ball man-to-man hiding behind their center, and because of that I throw the alley-oops to the big man, or if they're playing me on ball, then half the time they're going for charges, or they're just trying to rip the ball from me because the game has no sense of reaching foul calls or whatever. And because of that, it gets boring playing against somebody who's actively trying to cheat you pretty much 90% of the time every time you play online. It would be a lot more fun if I could play against another commentator. He caught me lovely. I'll admit that. He caught me lovely with Iverson. That's a good crossover. But it would be fun to play against another commentator probably, or somebody where there'd be some sort of rules. Or I know that they would not just blatantly, openly cheat me, because at least, worst case scenario, they have to worry about their brand. That sounds kind of silly talking about a commentator and a brand. But they have to worry about their brand at least to the point where they won't just completely embarrass themselves by trying to to cheat another commentator in front of, like hundreds or thousands of other people. And also, a lot of people, they have the PlayStation 4, because, that came out first. Everybody got that. They switched systems. It became, PlayStation commentators. So it gets harder to find competition. He drove right past me. I'm surprised that we just had some cookie cutter, pillow soft, buttery defense. But I'll find other ways. Until then, I guess, I have enough videos and gameplay to get me until October, or whenever the release date is, the first Tuesday of October, I assume, or something like that. I'm thinking of live streaming more and just not uploading this stuff, or maybe I'll just live stream the My Career games. I haven't really brought you guys that in a while. More great defense by my team. We love to cause some chaos. I love chaos. And Julius Erving loves finishing regardless of who's in front of you. You saw the way he ended the last game. The person I play against the most is my old crew teammate, Dark Hustle. We always have good games. They're usually close, like within a few points, and it can go either way because I played against him hundreds of times. He knows my playstyle better than anybody. I wish that I could play against other people and have a same level of competition than the type of competition you find in my team in general, because it's simply more fun to play against people you know. That's just how it's going to be. Just like the way Julius Erving can play some great transition defense. That's just how it's going to be. Nothing ever changes. And Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, dunks it hard on fast breaks. That's just the way it's going to be. I would love to do a few series, though, against a few other commentators. Whether it be like a gold restriction, or players being forced to play in their positions, or at least their backup positions. Just something with rules involved in it for a fair, good gameplay that I really get to have online. And hopefully that will make for more competition. Maybe some series like a best out of 3, because I really don't feel like you can tell, like, people have off games sometimes. They can go either way. So I feel like it's always better to have a best out of 3 and then maybe go on to the next one and more different challenges or whatever, you know? He should have seen that one coming. I hope you guys at home saw that coming. Shawn Kemp is running down the lane with no one in front of him. You're gonna triple team Jerry West and leave Shawn Kemp under the basket? That makes no sense at all. One person, which I think is just crazy that I haven't played against this person yet, LD2K. I think literally every other commentator might have played him by this point. I can't even get into a team-up game or nothing like that. I know it's going to happen one day because you can't really avoid a person for years unless they do something crazy, whatever, like, you know, just completely sever their ties with 2K or something like that. But one day I'm going to get a chance to play against him. I can just tell. I would love to play Ronnie too. I want to see what how he fares against high competition. And even some of the dev guys like Mike Wang, since he's done stuff with both 2K and EA. I would like to see how these guys are at their game. And at this point, I started broadcasting because I realized that, you know, I wasn't really doing anything at the time, so I figured that why not. But the thing I do with my broadcast a lot of the times, I don't put it anywhere. I don't share it or nothing like that, especially when I'm in the game. Like, I just get so focused on beating the guy that I don't pause it or try to throw off my own momentum, or, you know, I just play through it pretty much. And see the way this guy's playing? That's how everybody plays me. They're just all the way in the backcourt, all up in my face, just trying to go for steals. And usually Allen Iverson, it feels like his steal rating's higher than most people's. I don't care what his rating says. It feels like it's higher than 100 at times, because there's some crazy stuff he got away with in the past. Not this guy, but any Sapphire Iverson. But that was a horrible pass, and then we threw the alley-oop to Kevin Love. Who knew Kevin Love could dunk like that? He has a 40-something rating for a reason. We hardly ever see Kevin Love dunk in real life. He's skilled. He's a skilled offensive player, but we hardly ever see him dunk. Athleticism, not really his thing. And we're just piling on the points at this point. We have an 11-point lead. Any win by more than 10 is a big win. I could have taken the shot. I didn't. I really should have. I could have taken that shot. I didn't. I really should have. I don't know why, because I love to get open shots, and he gave me 2 in 1 possession. I could have had 3 if I would have gave it to Gary Payton again, but now time's running out, and I got stopped. But I don't really credit that with him having good defense. I just credit that with my hesitations. You don't want to hesitate. You got to react fast, because basketball is a fast sport. Great defense by Shaq. Grabbed the rebound. He instantly fouled me with LeBron James. They need to call that more often, because it's not normal for a person just instantly strip a person, a guard or forward, after they grab the rebound. I'm going for the pick and roll. He's still going for steals like crazy. They finally give it to him. He reached like 5 times before he got that. And Scottie Pippen said no. Scottie Pippen. I love him. I love Julius Erving. Those are my pillars of defense at the in the perimeter. And you saw how fast he chased him down. You saw how hard and how aggressively he stopped him on the fast break. You do not mess up my Scottie Pippen. He is in that starting lineup for a reason at the end of the day. That pass was not supposed to go that way. I don't know what 2K was doing with their directional passing. But he's jumping like crazy. He gave me an open lane to the rim with LeBron James. You don't do that. We are almost through the second quarter. And I don't think he's giving the ball to Diamond Tim Duncan at all. What's the point of putting in the code if you're not going to use him at all? He has an incredible hook shot, an incredible mid-range shot, and his defense and rebounding ability is top-notch. Why are you not utilizing it? Or at least putting him inside position to score? And once again, solid defense leads to another stop at the rim. We are up 15 in the second quarter. We got time to go. Let's see how nasty we can get this. Takes the 3 with Jordan after hesitating. That's why you don't hesitate. It's a fast game. And I throw the alley-oop with the double clutch to LeBron James. He could have scraped his head on that rim just now. LeBron's having a great game. We're up by 17. We got plenty of game to go. Or do we? I think he put his controller down. Is he going to the Ethernet cord? Is he not in the room? What? Of course not. Of course. That's game over. Another quick game. Let's try to get you another one within a few days.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the axis. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds.